Hey y'all, welcome back. It's Dr. T. So, as a relationship coach and a marriage and family therapist, I often hear partners, couples say, "Hey, we're not good at we're not good at communication. My partner doesn't listen. We're bad at conflict resolution." And I do think that is true in many relationships that aren't getting the fulfillment that they want. I also believe there's something below the surface that is affecting many relationships. And so, to help with an illustration, I'm going to actually give you a real example. All right. So, today I had a conversation with my partner, comes to me and says, "Hey, we're having a little party for Juneteenth. Hey, I love Juneteenth. We're gonna have a party. And guess what? Hey, I want you to host this little get together." Okay, yay. Uh-huh. But here's the rub here. Guess what? I already had plans. I had already committed myself to my friend's birthday party. And so I was a little irritated. I had already RSVP'd for my friend's birthday party. I was really looking forward to it. Hmm. And now I'm being asked to instead, right, to cancel that and host this party that I didn't know about. Uh-huh. All right. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay. I was a little irritated about this request, about this conversation. However, I knew right then was not a good time to have this conversation because number one, I had a meeting and there were some things that I wanted to say. So I kind of stormed off a little bit, not too much, nothing extra. But when I had time, I did take a minute. I did reflect a bit to say, okay, Cicely, because when I talk to myself, I don't call myself Dr. T. I say, Cicely, what's going on? Right? What are you feeling here? And so when I reflected a bit, I realized that I didn't like the idea of reneging on my commitment, having to back out. I had already RSVP'd. I didn't want to back out. But there were some reasons why I didn't want to back out, right? I felt like, hey, I'm not going to be able to show up for my friend the way that I want to show up if I have to back out. And backing out last minute, in my view, was in conflict with my view of myself, right? That I'm a dependable type of person. And this backing out the last minute is not me. That's not the kind of thing that I do. So that was the one thing that was irritating for me. But then I reflected a little bit more and said, seems like there's something else there, Tiffany, right? And I said, okay, yeah, there's a little bit more. That when I thought longer, I said, well, hold on. I don't like the fact that my plans aren't being considered. You scheduled this get together thing, didn't tell me about it in advance. My plans were not considered at all. I already had plans. And had you asked, you would have known that. And so I felt less valuable than I wanted to feel in that moment. And I caught myself saying to myself, if my partner really cared, and that is when the bell went off, ding, 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 right? That we often say, hey, we've got communication issues. My partner doesn't listen. We're not good at conflict resolution, right? But below the surface, we are not as good as we need to be at naming our feelings. And we need to get better at communicating our needs to our partner. right? Because in this process, right, that thought that pops up highlights one of the things that we need to work on. Our problem is not just the communication, the problem is our beliefs, right? That thought that crept in there that said, "Oh, if my partner really cared," right? And we can think about that in a couple of ways. Oh, well, I guess my partner doesn't care. Because if they did, right? Or I might say, well, my partner isn't thoughtful. Because if they were, they would, right? Now, either one of those paths is bad, right? Is going to cause additional problems between me and my partner if I follow up on those thoughts that I guess they don't care or I guess they aren't thoughtful at all, right? So the problem is those beliefs. And so perhaps I need to modify those beliefs. Once I notice that that they're creeping in, not allow those to grow, right? To say, well, hold on. I know that my partner cares. I know that my partner is thoughtful. So, what is actually happening here, right? And so I might ask myself, okay, Cicely, what's your priority here? You want to stay mad? Because if you want to stay mad, you can stay mad. Um, right? Is my priority showing up for my friend? Showing up for my friend is definitely important. Is the priority showing up for my partner? Right? Out of all of those, which is most important? And so if I say, hey, yeah, I could stay mad, but do I really want to? Is that helpful? Okay, then you've got to do something to not stay mad. And if showing up for my friend is important, which it is, I've already had a conversation with my friend to say, hey, I know I already RSVP'd. I might have to back out at the last minute, but guess what? Your gift is already on the way. I'm going to figure out how to get that to you, and I'm going to make it up to you if I have to back out, right? If showing up for my partner is the most important thing, then what do I need to do to address that? So when these kinds of things happen, asking ourselves, what's really important here? What's the priority here? And modifying those beliefs that really aren't accurate. So we can allow those things to grow roots and really get rooted in there and grow. We can fertilize those if we really want to, or we can say, oh, hold up. I know that belief just kind of crept in there, but that's not really accurate. And I'm gonna adjust that because that's not really true, right? So we can definitely talk more about this later.